Hello, family. Beautiful Soul Tapestries family. My name is Antrinette Shané, also known as the Cosmic Medicine Woman. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is my first channeled message slash oracle reading. I got the oracle decks out today. So now that I have my other channel, the Cosmic Medicine Woman, go check it out. It's up, and it will be down in the description below. But now that I have the business up and going, second announcement, I am now doing readings. I'm now doing sessions. So with that, I am a quantum energy healer, light language activator, Reiki master, oracle reader, hence the name, the Cosmic Medicine Woman. So resonate with being a star seed, and in this journey, what I have discovered with my sessions, they are called soul integration sessions. And so I have a particular gift in working with the energetic field. So, really working with the physical, emotional, mental, spiritual body. So reading the energy field. If you're going to a counselor, nothing's helping, a string of bad luck, sometimes these things are tied to our energetic field, soul contracts, to our ancestors before us. And so when I read one's energy field, think of it as bringing that energetic, our energy body, making it whole. A lot of times that is the reason why we have disease as well. So I work particularly with that. With your energy field, and think of it as bringing your in wholeness, right? So working with energy and disease, it's all connected. It's all sometimes, this particular development of a disease or this string of bad luck is tied to our emotions, maybe the way we've been thinking about ourselves, maybe this trauma that happened to us, maybe it's the thing that happened to our grandmother that is passed epigenetically through the mothers who have come before you, and now it's in you. So I work with that energy field, long story short, in my sessions. So I have consultations as well. So get on. Click on the link tree if you want to talk more about it. Schedule a consultation. If you know the vocabulary that I'm speaking of, and you know all about energy, and you know exactly what I just said, come check me out. Come book a session. So with that said, today's message is for this channel is I set my intention for this channel to be those whom I'm going to work for, those who I have done work for, those who are connected with this mission of Soul Tapestries. I'll make a video more about this divinely led business, this name, and the vision that I got behind Soul Tapestries from my guides was a specific vision in helping us all come together as one. So our souls, I was shown Soul Tapestries as like energetically as this woven blanket, each thread a soul. Energetically, think of it like an energetic grid or energetic blanket, and that it's time to repair and to weave it back together. It was once woven before, and this was just an analogy that my guide showed me for me to understand energetically what the intention and what the mission behind this business is. And so ultimately, it's a heart-based business. Unconditional love is the reweaving that we are doing in our own individual missions, but also as a collective. It is the answer to the healing that humanity's going through, that Mother Gaia or Mother Earth, or whatever you would like to refer to her as, and this ascension journey that we are in. And what is seemingly falling around us is the falseness of the institutions and organizations and all the things built on fear. But the solution is unconditional love. And it starts with us individually, and some of the old systems will not be able to bring the healing that we need individually. And so this business is specific to right now, and it's open for evolution, but energetically I can geek out on energy all day as I've delved into my own spiritual journey. My gift is reading and working with the energetic body. So without further ado, that was more of a intro to lay the foundation of what's to come next. They won't be this long in the future, but since I'm getting the wheels turning back on Soul Tapestries again, I figured I kind of set the stage so you get a little bit of what this is about, of the sessions that you can book, and of the collective that I'm reading for. And so these are my magical folks, my tapped in folks, my folks who are healing. Your gifts are coming online. And so if they're not, and you are on this journey with me, if you're going to work with me, they will be coming online. So with that said, today's message, which I didn't know if it was for this channel or the other channel, so it is for you all, my soul tribe. So the central card, this is kind of intermixed with my own meditation, and I was instructed to pull and which cards. I've already cleansed and cleared and blessed the cards, and my channel is already open. And so and I've already pulled one card. I have the cards that I'm working with today. So Beyond Lemuria, this is the one card. This is the central card that I'll be working with. And then I will be pulling 3 cards from my Animal Power deck. So this is the other deck that and I'll pull those cards. I haven't seen those. I haven't pulled it. Like literally the deck is right here. So I'll shuffle those as we go through this message. But the central message was truth. Truth. That was the one word that I heard this morning, and I did some reflection on. But yeah, in truth, the card that I was guided to pull, I was guided to pull one card from this deck, and it was the Portal Keepers, right? And so although the Portal Keeper is a specific mission for specific people, specific bloodlines in ancient times. There were lineages who were tasked to be the portal keepers of some of the different gateways that exist in the world. You know, we have Giza, we have Lake Titicaca, we have many different sacred sites that are portals that many lineages are keepers of. And so as I pull this card, although I do believe that I am speaking to many people who are lineages, who are descendants of those sacred in royal lines. This card spoke to me also of collective people outside of the portal keepers who are just keepers of sacred knowledge, right? Are keepers of what I would say what has in the past been secret, right? And has been secret because they were the gifts, they were the secrets that would affect whether people were alive or not, right? Many of our ancestors where lives were taken because of the sacred knowledge that they hold, because of the sacred practices. And so they went underground. Many of you, if you're on this channel, you already know these stories. But the gifts, the purpose, the thing that you are called to do falls in line with the sacredness, right? And I want to say secret, the secret sacredness, right? That once was, but we are called. It is now called to unveil. You're called to unveil this truth. This is your truth. And maybe this truth is the thing that you keep hidden within yourself, right? And do note, for many of you, it is so ingrained in you. It's almost like this contradiction energetically that's happening within you, because there's a love, there's a true interest and a true knack that maybe some of you have already discovered, but there is a resistance. And then maybe some of you haven't even discovered because you haven't allowed yourself to explore that part of you. But it is a part of you. And the curiosity you will not allow yourself to explore because of whatever stories you tell yourself, whatever stories you've been, that you've believed through time. And maybe it's just ingrained in you, right? There's been, I use myself as an example. I come from a lineage, as I've delved into and connected with some ancient ancestors of powerful witches. They were seers. And that word for me, right? I grew up Christian, although I am a shaman. I do practice in the sacred sciences, and I can geek out on science all day. I love math. I love quantum physics. I love earth magic. I love mixing me up some butters and some oils and incense and the things. And so that runs deep within me, right? I wouldn't have, before I started this journey, I knew nothing of my ancestors. It is only as I have journeyed through and have allowed myself to go down this journey for me to even discover and to connect with these grandmothers of the past. But I've always loved mixing in herbs and animals and the earth and crystals, and I've always loved those things even before resonating, allowing these terms, shamans, witches, magi's, medicine men and medicine women, before I've allowed myself to explore those places or to even use that word. I was talking to a friend the other day where I was like, the word witch still is like, right? It is the women that I come from, and maybe there's other gifts and other terms or labels that my ancestors have used, but that is the particular term that my grandmothers used when they came through. and very loving, right? Because what I realized as I've journeyed through, and even allow myself to say this on this channel and say it out loud, is that a lot of the programming is what as a child I learned in church, right? What I've seen in movies and how it is painted in the stories and the fear that has been attached to that word and into the space period, right? And what is true for me and what I've uncovered, that there is, these gifts live within me, right? They're not the thing that I summoned up and that I, they exist within me, right? As I've journeyed through, I didn't even have the intention to awaken any gifts. I was just the furthest from who I was. I had lost myself, I had emptied my cup. And in the journey of self, have I discovered mediumship, communicating to others on the other side, and communicating with home, with star beings and star family, and that everything communicates with us, right? And so my gifts are still awakening and they're still opening. And I'm just allowing, right? And so that's just an example in me being vulnerable in this channel, on how at the beginning of this journey, it was very uncomfortable. And so I say that to speak to maybe some of you who are, and I'm not going to say maybe because I know that this message is not by accident. What I'm saying is, and I don't, I'm going to use me because what else would I use, right? I don't want to speak on things that I don't know about. And so I know that this resonates for someone, and this is about truth, right? This was the central theme of this message, and it's about you coming back to your truth, right? I give that story of myself to give an example of the truth that I am, that I have gotten comfortable with and that I continue to get comfortable with as more truth is being revealed, right? I believe there's more for me to uncover, and maybe more that I'll be uncomfortable with, and so the work is for you to really figure out what is the resistance, what is the story, what is the thought that you have about the thing that is revealing itself to you, right? It is part of your truth to do whatever it is that you're here to do, to uncover whatever it is about you that you need to uncover to share with the world. Maybe it's part of your own personal healing journey. Maybe it is the thing that you need to share with others. I believe, as the portal keeper, this is bigger. This is bigger than you, right? The lineages that keep the portals at these sacred sites, right? They are, what's the word I'm looking for? They are entrusted with a huge responsibility, right? To keep those portals safe, to make sure that those who enter or come to those sites, the responsibility of using these portals, this magic, in a responsible but also with integrity. And so you who are a keeper of the knowledge, whatever it is, maybe it's art, the thing that you're here to do. So you are who I'm talking to. With that being said, I'm going to read from this. But before I read from the portal keeper, I want to share too, because this is not, I don't believe in coincidences. For those, if you don't know, now you know. As I was turning to, I haven't even read the Portal Keeper message, but I've have read another message that I believe is important, and this is for you in trust, right? This message of trust in the thing that you are called to do. And this is very much if you're in a space of resistance, in a space of not allowing yourself to be seen, to shine, to thrive, to show up in your authenticity. Here is a word for you. This is card 54, but it's just a message for you, right? As I was flipping, what stopped me was seeing the word trust in this, right? I was flipping and I was like, oh, what? Here we are. So this message I give to you: trust your innocence, truth, trusting yourself, being real with people, knowing the difference between intuition and paranoia, uncensored feelings, returning to innocence. It can be hard to decipher between intuition and what our mind is telling us. Stories, projections, expectations, or fear can arise under the guise of intuition. To distinguish truthful inner guidance from paranoia, we must return to innocence, to our purest essence. Here we have access to the truth of our being. What were the very first tellings or visions you had when you consider the question at hand before you second guessed yourself? How does it feel in your body when you are brutally honest with yourself? Try to go beyond the layers of what you have been taught to believe about yourself. When some of the logic falls away, what remains are the answers. And what answers remain? When you ask a young child a question, they don't censor their answers. Their honesty may not be considered polite or socialized. It may even seem a bit funny, but it's their truth. And it's interesting to note how intuitive children naturally are. To tell the difference between intuition and mind chatter, you need to recognize a clear instinctive yes and a distinctive no. For this, you must trust yourself. The foundation of self-trust is honesty. You must be completely honest with yourself. What feels good, true and real to you, and what does not. Honesty is more than not lying to yourself. It is also about not withholding information. It is about having deep transparency within yourself. Some might describe their intuitive yes as a softening rather than a feeling of tightening, contracting, or avoidance. If we are to stay on our optimal path, trusting our original innocence or instincts is key. So this divinatory meaning: learn to trust your inner sense or intuition. You are encouraged to be absolutely honest with yourself. Cast aside any mind stories and shoulds that you tell yourself. In your heart of hearts, you know the answers. Dare to listen and to honor them. This card may also relate to being truthful with another person. Relationships can only deepen when we can be real with each other. Consider your timing and be considerate. But this is a time for truths. Okay? So, you're feeling this. You're feeling this. You know deep down what you're interested in, what you're curious about. Some of you even know what you're called to do. It is time. It is time. For the portal keeper, unique gateways to mystical experiences, psychic ability, raising your vibration, expanded consciousness, the Akashic records, past life ties, exploring the edges of reality for significant messages seen between the lines, multi-dimensional awareness. I'm not going to read this whole thing. But I do want to read the divinatory meaning because, like I said, the portal keeper, this one specifically talks about the gateways and the keepers of the portals to other dimensions and other realities. But for the meaning, gently explore the edges of your reality. Spend time in the forest to listen. Deepen your meditation practice. Dance yourself into ecstasy. Explore psychic tools and study new healing modalities. If you feel lacking in purpose or life seems a little mundane, remember there is never a reason to be bored. What we experience with our physical senses is just the tip of the iceberg. Magic exists wherever you care to find it. Look between the lines to limitless discovery. And so I want to keep this broad because I feel like this group is broad. There's not just portal keepers here. There are many other souls here who are called to do many things from many different backgrounds and from different places of their creativity. But in all, you are called to tap into your magic, whether you're using your voice, whether you're using your hands, whether you're painting, whether you're singing, whether you're dancing, whether you are mediums and channels, whether you are portal keepers, whether you are grid workers, whether you are, sky's the limit, whether you're architects, whatever you're here to do, it feels very much magical within you. And if you allow yourself to explore it, you will find that there is even an ease or a remembrance that you will find that comes with allowing yourself to tap into this magic of yours, right? It is what is true for you. And so allow yourself to explore that truth. This truth is going to come in many different ways, but that divinatory meaning are just some examples, some meditation, walking, being in nature, saying a prayer, a meditation, asking, right? Our lives should be lively. You should feel so alive, so inspired by this time. So that is an indication if you're not feeling that right now. What is it for you? Because when you tap into it, it's the thing that you can do for free. It's the thing that you would love to make a living doing because you could do it for free, right? And so for me, it is this magic, right? I've always believed in magic my whole life. I love the fantasy. I love the Harry Potters. I love the charms. I love the humanitarian. My favorite cartoon when I was a child was Captain Planet. I loved being in nature. I really wasn't a fan of video games and staying inside. For me, in this adulting that I've been doing, before really diving in this part of the journey, it seemed very automatic, right? I was just, at that time I was a wife, I am a mother, I'm a friend, I am a nurse by trade. But I abandoned that inner child, right? We're told to grow the heck up and do the shit that's going to make us money. And I've always known I'm a healer, and that I was going to do healing. I love the show Rescue 911, Grey's Anatomy. I love medical shows. I love all the things. And so in this exploration, and this is a message, some of you, your start point is awakening, going back. What if the inner child version? Some of you follow that story of grow up. You know, maybe your parents told you that. Maybe you like were in la la land, daydreaming all the time, and what spoke to you was this dream that just seemed like the inner child version of you, right? Like, it's not this matrixy, go to college, not to say I'm not knocking college. I went to college, but you know, sometimes it's not for everybody though. You know what I mean? Like, make it work for you. Maybe it's not for you, you know what I mean? And that's okay. And that's okay. Some of you, you know, are artists, and someone either told you your art wasn't good, and you didn't allow yourself to explore that part of yourself, or something. Again, someone told you that your art wouldn't allow you to make the money that you need to support yourself. And I'm here to tell you, your guides are here to tell you, this is your time. We are all called to step into that, right? And so it's time to peel back the onion layers, right? If we peel back these stories and we believe in ourselves, right? These are such beautiful cards, and it's so crazy. In this animal, they're all birds. That's not coincidence. Okay, well, we'll tap into the bird message here. Looking at the colors, I'm just kind of seeing what I'm seeing here. This is definitely something that you're channeling, right? Because it's all heart and upper chakra colors here, right? High heart and up colors are here. This is the thing that you're channeling. The first card pulled is the swan. Awaken your artistic spirit. What did I just say? There's artists here. There are creatives here, which is why I didn't want to go too deep into this portal keeper, because that's very specific to some of you. I believe that some of you come from lineage who are portal keepers. I come from a lineage of portal keepers. So I know I have some fellow portal keepers here, but we have artists here, creativity, and many of you are called to use your voice with these blues, and I'll kind of go into these too. This blue is highlighted in here, so I know, and this is actually it's like an indigo. It's really like the third eye. So this division, it's also the third eye. So throat, vision, but we need to tap into the high heart. The thing that we love, remembering, come back to that. Our inner child. Some of us need inner child healing. Your inner child is where you're going to find the answer. If you are completely oblivious and you have gone all into the logic, and you've gone into the space of letting that little child dream or vision go, you're called to tap into that, right? What happened? Did someone tell that inner child that their painting was ugly? Did you get laughed off stage? Did you just simply grow up and believe that you were just supposed to leave all of that behind? And whatever it is, your inner child is where you're going to find it. As I've gone through this journey, there was a lot that I found, and I'm doing inner child healing as well, but there was a lot. There's lots. This is a wave, right? Like, there's high highs, low lows, lots of things that I remembered. And there was a point, like a couple years in, where it didn't even dawn on me, right? Like inner child healing was part of my shamanic initiation, but I really didn't go deep, 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 right? I would say that I just kind of touched surface in the initiation part, and I say that even though my devotion and commitment to this walk will be for the rest of this life and this vessel and this temple. But there was a point where I reflected on the little girl version of me, right? Before the stories got a hold of me, and before some of the traumas and some of the things that I experienced as a child. The very innocent, the very right, and back to that card, the truth of your innocence, right? The truth of my innocence is that I love the earth. I love the animals. I've always believed that we are all connected, right? That is actually the one truth. When I was at the lowest point before stepping into this part of my journey, there were days, it is in the lower point where I understood why people take their lives, right? It was low, right? Not that I went through that part. And I give a moment to anyone who has ever attempted, who has thought about it, who's made a plan. Definitely seek help in those around you, those who you feel loved and supported by. Seek help. There are people out here who love you, regardless of what is going on. But I say that to say, in that low point in my life where I understood why, I questioned, like, what is this all for? Like, what is this about? Like, this can't be it, right? These were the thoughts. This shit can't be it, right? Like, I can't just be here to be a mom, like, right? In the moments where even being a mom and being, a wife, then, being a friend, being a daughter, being a family member, being a nurse, being all of these things that I had done and achieved and that I am, and that to feel so empty, it's like, what the fuck, like, is what I was thinking. Like, this can't be it, right? Like, this shit is whack, right? And I'm just keeping it 100, right? I'm gonna keep it 100 on this channel, right? I am, this is my truth, and I'm not sugarcoating it, right? You may be there. If you're there, what was it that the inner child, what was it that little kid loved? There are many clues there for you if you have no clue. The love that is really so simple, right? It's almost the cheesy shit, like that Disney fantasy shit, right? It's that because we, if you are in this materialistic world, there's so much importance put on material, right? Money, the Versace, the Gucci, the who's, the keeping up with the Joneses, this prestigious, I don't know, whatever you label it. Oh, the card fell. So I'm going to go to that card next. So, yeah. Achieve harmony. So let's go to this. So yeah, the who's who, that's that shit that don't matter, It doesn't matter. Harmony, the balance, the beauty is coming back to your truth. It's coming back to your truth. Speak it out loud. Journal about it. There's a message, right? And maybe this isn't a vocal message because this is the blue here that's highlighted. The throat chakra. For some, it is the throat chakra. But maybe it's just about put your pen to paper. Maybe some of you are writers. I'm getting like writing heavy, journaling, writing stories. Maybe there's a story. Maybe you're an author, a poet. Heavy emphasis on writers. Put your pen. It's still voice. It's still your message. However you need to get your message out there, right? In this penguin, it's frozen. It's been frozen. It's on ice. It's time to thaw it. Bring it out. It's time to unveil, right? Remember I said unveiling earlier. It's time to bring life back to it. The warmth, the heart, the fire, the energy. You give it energy, you give it truth, you give it awareness. It's time to be seen and heard in this truth that you have. And this will bring you back to harmony. It's the harmony that you need to bring your sacred gift into the light, into the world. And here we go, the hawk. Remember your mission, illuminated by the moon. I see this is a moon, not a sun. It's still illumination. Illumination in the darkness, right? Remember your mission. We all signed up for something before we came here. We have a life mission that we're here to fulfill. We're here to fulfill, illuminate, right? Maybe it is dark. Maybe it is seemingly dark around you. The energy, the people, the finances, your life, the house, the car, the family unit, the community. Maybe it all seems dark. But in you remembering the mission, some of you all are shadow workers. Don't get swallowed up in the darkness. You are called to be the light in that darkness. This is for somebody. Somebody's a shadow worker, and they're not. And I'm getting full upper body chills right now. You are not looking through the correct lens. You're not looking through the correct lens. It's almost like you were dropped into the darkness and you don't realize that you are the light in it. You are the light that will illuminate the space that you are in. You are also called to be the light to bring others out of the darkness. So it is you who has to tap into your power, into your inner light. Don't get it twisted. The darkness, it is not for you to become a part of the darkness that is around you right now. It is for you to tap into your truth. It may be hard because you are walking this path seemingly alone. You are not. You have your guides with you. You have your guides with you. And I'm going to read for the hawk specifically, I feel called. There's a way to work with this animal guide, but this is the one that I need to read for somebody out here. And comment down below if this is you. Comment if any of this resonates. What you here to do? What's your sacred mission? Look, y'all, I can't spell. I'm up in the... Okay, here we go. Invocation to activate the hawk medicine. Sacred hawk, whenever I get pulled too far into distraction, I ask that you assist me in getting back on track with the soul work I need to do so that I may pursue my earth mission. I open myself up to enhance psychic abilities and remember my soul's original intention. And so it is. Okay, that's your invocation. Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted by the bills. Don't be distracted by the responsibilities, yes, be responsible. I mean, raise the kids, raise the babies, clean the house, do the things you need to do. That's not the permission slip to let that shit go. Okay. But don't be distracted by it. You have to make time for this light work that you're here to do. So, I don't know who that's for, but be the light. You feel it in you. You feel it. You feel it. You know you're different. You know you're different in the space that you're in. For my artists out there, let your art be seen. Maybe you sketch, you write, you're doing something and you have not published. And start small, right? Like if it scares the shit out of you to like put your art on display, like start by letting someone see your sketchbook, or like you're the one that you love the most. Make a canvas, put it up. Like maybe start small, but take a step. And for those of you like me, I like to I'm not a dip a toe in type person. I actually have been. I'm lying. I have been in this walk because this has been, this has tested me in a way, that nothing else has. And so I have dipped my toe in a lot with this. I'm typically a all-in type of gal, and so this is my moment. I just usually in the water, I just jump in, right? Just get it over with. So whichever, I say that to say, whichever one you are, either dip a toe, just get started. Just do something, right? Dip a toe in, dip a foot in, jump all the way in. That's the best way at this point. I've done my work, I've been dipping my toe in. But I'm at a place where, the way I prefer, I'm just jumping in with this. So, I think that is a whole message. So let me just tune and tap in, spirit guides. Is there any other messages you have for this group? Show it to me differently. Okay. So it's almost like a circus tent. It's like, they have like the little doorway and then the little flap comes open. It's like, come one, come all. And the door opens and then there's like this whole magical circus ring, in front of you. So this is kind of what I'm seeing of like the opening. So, the message in this, is this will be an unveiling to a whole new world, right? It's going to take you out of this mundane, this perceived 3D experience that you've been experiencing. This is going to be the portal, the gateway, right? Funny, the portal keeper. This is going to open you to it's going to give you a new lens, but it's also a new world. For some of you, and I would say for most of you, I pray for all of you that this is going to be, it's like walking into a new world. Like on the other side of the opening of the curtain, there we go. I'm like, it's not a door, but the curtain on the other side, it's like Alice in the Wonderland, right? When she opened that door, it was like She was in the house and now she's in this magical wonderland. That is what it's going to feel like when you step into this, when you own this, when you take the mask off, when you do the thing. It is going to be the revealing. It is going to lead you. Your abundance, your magic, the life force, right? The love, the passion will awaken in this. It's going to be like this. This is it. This is what I came for. I'm here. It's a confirmation. Like some of y'all gonna be like, where have you been all my life? Right? Hidden behind the traumas and the woes and throes. But it's here. It's here now. So yeah. I'm excited for y'all, man. I'm excited for those of you. I thank you. Okay, that message is complete. And I close my channel, calling back my energy, keeping my energy, thanking you, guides. Your energy is yours. Beautiful family, soul family. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. There will be more to come for those of you who are having trouble for whatever reason stepping into this energy. Again, come book a session, come have a consultation. I can assist with the energetics, the blocks, the stagnant energies, anything that is keeping you from this. I got you. But if not, there will be more. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm going to start out posting at least weekly. Also check me out on my other channel, The Cosmic Medicine Woman. That's going to be a space for me to just kind of, be me. It'll be different. These messages will be specifically as my clientele, as my soul tapestry family grows. I think those messages I think they'll overlap, but I think they may start to venture into different things, but that's okay. It's intentional. So check me out. Subscribe me over there. Like and subscribe to that channel over there too. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. But I love y'all. I can't wait to meet you in person, or maybe see me on the next one. But either way, in love, I give these messages. And until next time, peace. Hey family. Okay, so real quick, I wanted to pop back on because I realized that I never, the bird message, I forgot it. What I wanted to get to, Spirit showed me, with the birds, the overall theme of the birds is it's time to fly, right? It's time to fly, right? But if you remember, one of the animal guides was the penguin, right? And so, although it's go time for you, right? This is twofold, right? So for one group, there are those of you, think about the evolution of those three birds, right? It was the penguin, it was the swan, and then it was the hawk, right? So think about it in elevation. For some of you, it is the steps that you need to take, right? We start at the base level of the penguin, we get to the swan, and then we get to a hawk, right? We evolve. We will go step by step in this process to getting to Okay, sorry y'all, I'm outside real quick, still in nature, getting ready to do my yard stuff. I just got done planting some things. Let me wait for this car to go past. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it will be in steps that you need to move, right? So don't start off at the hawk level, right? You're gonna start with penguin, you're gonna move to the swan, you're gonna move to the hawk, right? For my second group of individuals, right? We think about, like I said, there's many different souls in this group. And so twofold, right? If we look at birds in an entirely different way, know which one you are, right? You are just the penguin. You are just the swan. You are just the hawk, right? So ensure that you know what you are. If you are a penguin but you're trying to do hawk shit, it's not gonna work for you. It's not gonna flow for you, right? So it's about the individuality. It's about the authenticity. It is about being true to the state in which you are, right? Penguins do what penguins do. Swans do what swans do. Hawks do what hawks do. Know which one it is. Know which one you are, right? Know which one you are. It's okay. Embrace whichever bird it is. So I think that's pretty clear, right? So with the bird message, it's time to fly. Know which one you are and take it in steps. Know your journey, right? Even if you are the hawk, even if you are just the penguin or the swan, you still need to take steps, right? The baby ducklings, the baby penguins, the baby hawks still have to take steps to be the full bird, right? So take your steps, know which one you are, and it's time to fly. So get out there and get to your purpose. All right, y'all. Peace.